Renegade Radio, tune in, don't be shy. With Frankie Slauson leading the ride. Monday nights, the airwaves come alive. With voices in the dark, like shadows they survive. Join the rendezvous, let the stories weave. Frankie leads the night, you just gotta believe.
Are you still putting off that project around the house that's been bugging you forever? Do you think you can wait until spring and call a contractor and have the work done ASAP? Well, good luck with that. Executive Properties has openings right now to get that project done. In fact, you can check out their Google reviews. Diane says Executive Properties did a roof project and remodeled a bathroom in our house. We were happy with their quality of work, and the projects were completed in a timely manner. We will use Executive Properties for our next home project. Get that project done sooner than later. Call Executive Properties, 701-330-1273. It's the Red River Valley Motorcyclist Spirit of America Bike and Car Show, Saturday and Sunday, May 3rd and 4th at the Alara Center in Grand Forks, and they're looking for sponsors and vendors. This is a great opportunity to get your business noticed by thousands of people for this 2 long days of this awesome event. If you'd like to get your business noticed, or if you'd like a booth, contact Sarah, 763-568-1946, or Dennis at 701-741-5205. There'll be a raffle with over $90,000 worth of prizes, including a Polaris 1000 North Star Ultimate Crew Cab Ranger, a Harley-Davidson Street Glide, and Polaris Sportsman 570, with the net proceeds benefiting the Veterans Honor Flight of North Dakota, Minnesota. And veterans are absolutely free. Find out more by going to rrvmnd.org. Red River Valley Motorcyclist Spirit of America Bike and Car Show, Saturday and Sunday, May 3rd and 4th at the Alara Center in Grand Forks.
Deception runs deep, so deep, with secrets he must keep in the heart of the outlaw's creed. Trust is a currency rare indeed. In the midnight hours, solitude grows. Only shadows and whispers know. days. Danger's always just a phase, but his spirit never breaks. In the land of wolves and snakes, every mile a hidden tale of loyalty and betrayals. On a motorbike, he's bound to ride past the lights where shadows hide. In the rush of wind, he finds his grace, leaving no trace in this perilous race. And Saxon's on the loose, riding down those twisted roads. Ain't Jack's his friend, myself today. In there were music trees, then light and darks to be. For peace did dread our rest away. Riding down those twisted roads in a world that's so unkind. Deep undercover, no one knows. In the smoke and steel of bikers, he's fighting for what's real. The night so wild and free, he's a ghost, a mystery. With the wind as his guide, he'll never be denied. Facing fears with a steely eye, in the land where outlaws lie.
Come weekend, kids, and they're hunting for the thrill. They're seeking treasure, adrenaline to spill. You don't know what you got until you find the map. You don't know what you got until you set the trap. You don't know what you got. Is it just a trap? Oh baby, 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 let's escape this camp.
song, you go, how did it all just go so wrong? We had our moments in the summer sun, but now those days of love are gone. You go, this is the story of the breakup song. You go, how did it all just go so wrong? Looking back, I see the signs we missed, all the times we should have kissed. Now it's just a faded memory of what we thought our love could be. You go, this is the story of the breakup song. You go, how did it all just go so wrong? The nights are colder without your embrace. Every corner of this town I see your face. You go, this is the story of the breakup song. You go, how did it all just go so wrong? I find your letters in an old shoebox. Reading them over, my heart unlocks. You go, this is the story of the breakup song. You go, how did it all just go so wrong? I drive past our favorite coffee place. Recollection of your smile, a bitter taste. You go, this is the story of the breakup song. You go, how did it all just go so wrong?
I got two of my partners with me here. On violin, Mr. Rick Danko, from California, and from Woodstock, Mr. Paul Butterfield on harmonica, and the wonderful band, of course.
The bridges washed out at the bottom of the hill. Big creeks run, the little creeks round. By my car, with my double shore. And stay all night, stay a little longer. That's all right. Stay a little longer. Put all the road in the corner. Go a little wide. Play one for me, Paul. Kiss your baby and pat her on the head. She don't like biscuits and different cornbread. Girls down in Tulsa like that go while I jump on the man like a dog on a bone. Stay all night, stay long. That's all night. That's a little wrong. Put on the road in the corner. Go a little high. Go on with it. Whoa! Stop, but you fell from the wind, but you got some ice cream. You got sick, so they wanna do. Stay all night, stay a little longer. That's all night.
say why. Say, stay all night, stay long, that's all right. Stay long, put on the gun, throw it in the car. Don't say why. Say, oh, no, I don't say why. Don't stay. I don't say why. But I don't see why. Stay a little longer.
Renegade Radio, tune in, don't be shy. With Frankie Slauson leading the ride. Monday nights, the airwaves come alive. With voices in the dark, like shadows they survive. Join the rendezvous, let the stories weave. Frankie leads the night, you just gotta believe.
And here we go.
Hey,
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
you baby, you're what's going on.
Yeah, I guess so. I figure what's a better way to get you guys into here, or coming into the room to play the most cringiest Gary Busey music video I could find.
Oh yeah,
And that was by accident. That was just something that I seen on Facebook going through the shorts here like a week ago, and I thought, well, boy, this would be kind of fun to play for everybody, you know. Because who doesn't like a little Gary Busey in their day, you know? Wouldn't be a complete day without Gary Busey. So how's everybody been doing? How's it been going there, Ken? And
pretty good.
I'm glad you guys were able to make it because, you know, Lance was telling me that he was sick, you know, and then, of course, the deal with what's going on with John. John said he might make it, but I told him not to worry about it, you know, because obviously.
Yeah, that's some heavy duty stuff.
Yeah. It's more important just to worry about your focus on your family and everything, I would say, anyway. Hold on here.
Hey, I'm switching. I have to get off in a second. I'll be right back on.
That's fine. We're just kind of getting stuff kind of organized anyway. Because our guest isn't going to be on until about 6:30 like normal. And, so, let's see. I'm going to just switch it to headphones here and you'll be able to hear, I think.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
All right, perfect. I hear you. Just a little.
Frankie's a piece of shit. I'm sorry. Did you have the headphones on? Did you hear that? I didn't say it.
Piece of what though?
I didn't say it.
We're gonna have pizza. I'm gonna have pizza later. Yeah. That's the whole idea, I think. Let's see. Gotta be 100% good. Okay. Should be able to hear now. All right. So, well, welcome, Ken. Anyway, you're the only one here other than Sam. But no, how you been?
All one of us.
How you been? Because you haven't been here for a couple episodes, so because you've been sick or dealing with COVID. One thing after another, it seems like with you, huh?
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. I rarely ever get sick. And I just spent an entire month with 1,000 kids on my lap every day.
Uh-huh.
And I take vitamins and stuff and everything, but didn't get sick. My son caught this flu while he was here in December. I come home, catch it.
Sure.
I'm hawking up stuff and everything else. Then that goes away. Then I've got I feel like I've got some pneumonia going on.
Sure.
So I go to another convention here in town that I help produce. And my buddy, who I just spent the whole week with, calls me after the convention's over and goes, "Hey, listen, I was down at the VA. They tested me. I got COVID." I'm like, "You fuck."
Yeah, no kidding.
So, and I was never vaccinated, so I'm not in danger of dying from it.
Oh,
But,
good. That's good to know.
But now it's just clearing up. And like I said, last Monday, again, I'm just hawking stuff up. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to spend the whole show just. Nobody wants that.
Oh, we want that. That'll get more ratings when the more you talk there. Go through the roof,
You guys will start selling squares on a pool when I'm going to die on air. you bastards.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't do that to you, Ken, because we need you. We need you to be alive here. You're one of us now. You're on the main. I add you as a main part of the crew, even though you can only make it once in a while. But I'm just I add you there. So
my daughter-in-law and her new husband came by. His dad passed away.
Oh wow.
And it scared the shit out of me because they stopped by here to spend the night on their way home. He was in Arizona and they live in Washington. And his mom told him, come pick up your dad's van and, equipment and tools and whatever else. And so loaded up this full-size Chevy van, but newer. I don't know exactly the year, but newer.
Yeah.
His bunch of DJ equipment, so he loaded all that up, and we did that last night. And I helped him rewire it, make sure everything was working, and taught him a couple of things. But yeah, it scared the shit out of me. He tells me, he goes, "Yeah, my dad was born in '63, and so he's got all this old equipment." I'm like, "Dude, I was born in '63. Like, what did your dad die of?" He's like, "Well, he had cancer and all this other stuff, but he just died sitting in his easy chair at home."
Jesus Christ.
I was like, yeah, that's exactly my age. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, no kidding. Sam, can you turn your thing off there? You have a lot of background noise.
I do?
Yeah, I hear a fan. I muted your mic just to test it out. Yours was the only one giving bad as far as like other than Ken hacking away. You have some background noise.
Is that it?
Let's see. Oh, it sounds lower now. It sounds lower.
Yeah, well, my heater's on right now. It'll shut off.
Oh, okay. Well, it's fine.
Unless I go in my bathroom, it's heated and sitting there.
Sit on your toilet. Taking a dump or whatever.
Yeah, but then you look all red from that heat lamp,
And Mama T became a wife, it seems like, after the last couple months or whatever, all of a sudden, huh? What's going on with that? You were by yourself, now you're taking care of people now.
Well, I'm always taking care of people. That's who I am.
Yeah, but I mean, now you're like in a situation where it's like, the mother passed away, and now it's like, well, we got a new mother now.
I don't gotta be.
The mother loves the son and not the father, not the husband. That type of circle. It's like a weird circle, kind of like, weird love triangle.
No triangle. No triangle.
Just a little circle, a square, or something.
No, I am just being me. That's what I do. And I see people in need, and I see the people in pain, people that took care of me when I was at my lowest.
Okay. I was just wondering because, it just was kind of surprised because, we don't hear from you much, as we used to all the time. So you seem like you're very busy now, so.
Oh, it's good to be busy, isn't it?
Well, of course, but I mean,
at home alone, feeling sorry for myself.
Well, you can be busy and still feel sorry for yourself. I do that all the time. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I understand. I get it. I was just being funny. Just because everything that I know about you now and everything. So it's like,
Every day around noon, Frankie's in the kitchen going, "Oh, poor me! I have to make my own lunch. Oh,
oh,
it's
Yeah,
so sad."
that's what it is
What-
too.
poor me, I have to pay rent to live in a house by myself. You know, so sad. Dude.
Oh,
There's nobody
poor
here
you.
to clean up the mess. I know I made it, but there's no one here to clean it up.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nobody here to enjoy my surround sound with and everything, watch a movie with. It's so sad.
Yeah. Nobody to tell you to change the radio station or turn the channel on the TV or.
If anybody told me to change my radio, I'd probably have to tell them to leave. Probably.
Yeah, you know, when I found out I was going to have company, I started going through and just, you know, doing all the cleaning I should have been doing all along.
Sure.
I swept up at least a dog and a half's worth of hair.
Oh. Well, yeah,
I mean,
with those
you
dogs that you
move
have.
stuff out of the way, you roll the couch over, you know, and there's just like, you know, a whole dog under the couch, you know.
Like, where were you? I didn't know you were here. Are you a neighbor's dog? Yeah, I get you. I suppose a guy like you, especially with everything that you've done in your life, you probably have a lot of like cool things, like a lot of like art, like things from your past or whatever, like not just awards or whatever, just like photos.
But I haven't unpacked any of them because I want to get work done on the house. I didn't want to like decorate the house and then go, "Oh, we're doing that? Okay, let me take all this stuff back down and pack it up."
Oh boy.
So
Okay.
people say, "Well, how's your new house?" I'm like, "It's a storage unit with bathrooms."
Oh. Yeah, you bought a mini house. You bought one of those little houses you could get from Sam's Club or whatever now, or Walmart. It's a mini house. So.
Oh no,
You
it's
can take
a
wherever you want.
3-bedroom, 2-bath, man. It's
Oh, I figure you live in like a big mansion, like a 2, 3, 4, 5-story house. You know,
nah,
home of
it's
the wolf.
only what about I think about 1,900 square feet.
We call it the Wolfman's Palace, you know, or the nephew of the Wolfman's Palace. Well, did your uncle ever have a nice house at all, or did you just stay at the radio stations all the time? That you worked
No,
at?
they had nice houses.
Yeah,
I
imagine.
He had built a studio at his house in L.A. And then when they moved back to North Carolina, to actually Aunt Lou's family had a plantation back there.
Oh,
and they moved back there and built and moved the studio there. And so yeah, they had a real nice setup.
but in the early days, though, was he living at the radio stations like how they used to do it back in the day, or was that just kind of a just a case
when
kind of deal?
He was like, by the time he moved down to XERF, they were living on the U.S. side in Del Rio, Texas. And then just going across the border to the radio station daily.
Because it reminds me of like the Buddy Holly story. You remember that scene where the DJ is actually has a place or whatever at the studio?
Yeah.
Like how like a bet like a
Well,
place to
they
live or
did
whatever?
have people who stayed at the station. They actually one time had a actual on horseback gunfight with the Federales.
Oh.
The Federales decided that since this the Mexican government figured this station's making money, so now we want it. And Uncle Bob actually he rode through town in his Cadillac, throwing $100 bills in the air, saying, "Bring guns, go to the radio station," and the whole town showed up. And the Federales were on horses going around the station, firing at the building, and all the people came in and chased them away.
Wow. That's
But he used to throw big barbecues for everybody. He had the whole town on his side.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
he wasn't just like, I'm making all this money and, I'm the rich guy, you're the poor people. He was like, oh, no, we're going to have barbecues. We're going to have,
So he was a fun person to associate with, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. He treated everybody right.
Oh, that's good. You'd like to think that because, it's like, when I call him like one of my heroes, it's like, I like to think that he's just like how he was on the air, had a good presence. It wasn't just an act, I mean, I get it. I get it. You know, when you want private time or whatever for yourself.
Well, you know, he wasn't always projecting his voice like that. You know, that's kind of a on the mic kind of
sure
thing. Sure. But which, I mean, I'm sure, you know, you guys are all kind of used to that. You know that, you know, you're on the air. You got to project to the microphone so they hear you and enunciate.
Damn straight. Get your words right. Say your words correctly. Don't screw up on the language or vocabulary.
But you know, so I mean, you know, and like at family gatherings and stuff, he just talked normal like everybody.
Oh,
he still sounded like him, but he just talked, you know, in a regular conversational tone.
Oh, well, that's cool. Well, we want to welcome everybody to, well, it's season 4, episode number 9. We're already here in March. We're starting March Madness month 2025, and kind of kick it off in a huge, huge way, because tonight we have a very special guest, the original drummer of the Greg Kihn Band, Mr. Larry Lynch, is going to be joining us about 6:30 here, so about an hour and a half from now. This is going to be a big interview because it's you know, I don't know how often he does interviews much anymore, and ever since Greg died, you know, it's like, man, you know, the original band broke up a long time ago, or stopped, you know, doing stuff a long time ago. But he had another band after he decided to go back on tour. The thing about it, like, what people don't know is that Greg was also a radio guy, a radio DJ for like 15 years. He worked for the Bay Area and co-hosted a radio show and was really good at it. You know, he really, you know, became more knowledgeable about things. So this is going to be exciting, and I'm glad that you guys are all here for that. Since we got DJ Ken here tonight, we got Screamin' Sam, Mad Dog, and Mama T. So at least some of us are here tonight. I don't know where Antique Man is at all, but hopefully he'll try to get in. Last week he was having issues, and I still can't figure out why, because he's been in here almost every chance he's had every other week. So I don't understand why he was having issues at all. But tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, I have the exclusive chance to. I'm doing at 2:00. I'm doing a live interview with Papa Chubby. Now, do any of you guys know who Papa Chubby is at all?
I ain't saying nothing about popping no chubbies.
Of course, I figured to go there. You know, of course. You know. No, he's an actual blues singer. He's been performing for over 30 some years, probably 40 years, probably. He's from the Jersey area, but he's just as big up there, like with Joe Bonamassa and Albert Catsaglia and, you know, Jimmy Vaughn and C. Ray Vaughan, and he's a well-known figure in the blues family anyway. And so he's releasing a new album about his love for Freddie King. It's a Freddie King tribute album that we'll be talking about, and that's the reason why we're having him on the show tomorrow afternoon. So kind of like what I did with Max earlier on this afternoon, something similar to that, because Max also had a new album out as well, Mr. Max Hightower. So yeah, lots of fun. So yeah, our thoughts and prayers are with John Roberts and his family after a devastating loss that he went to with a family member, must be like a nephew or niece or something connected to their family. That's why Paul wasn't even around. I felt, you know, normally I don't bother people too much. I try not to, especially when it comes to the, you know, our show and everything. But like, I was wondering why Paul wasn't responding to me, because normally he always responds back and everything. And I always send him to the episode every week, you know, it's a re-air. And I was it took me a little while to put 2 and 2 together. I wasn't figure out why he was, you know, not responding back right away anyway. And then he told me he was out of town. And then I realized once I saw John's wife's post about what happened, then it all was like, oh shit, okay, so it's all tied in.
Is John related to him?
Yeah, that's John's. Paul is John's nephew.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like it's basically them two that they both own Grand Forks Best Stores. You know, they both pretty much own it, and it's their studio. But Yeah, I was just kind of wondering why it wasn't being aired or anything, or why, because, you say Saturday. I don't care when it airs, honestly, to be perfect on it, because it's going to do well regardless of what day it airs because they have a big following. It's just the weekends is kind of nice because then it's like everybody's around, and if they want to watch it, they know how to watch it. People are more busier during the week. So, but anyway, so yeah, our thoughts and prayers are with John and Paul. So I'm not too sure yet because of all that if we're gonna still do the show here 2 weeks from now at the studio. If I'm going to go down to Grand Forks or not. If things change and they still want to do, because it's still going to be their 5th anniversary show as well. If anything changes, then I'll let everybody know, because then it'll be a little bit different. How we won't be on StreamYard then if I do it in Grand Forks. We'll do it through Zoom on their page, so it'll be a little bit different. But anyway, that will be in a couple weeks, so we'll see what happens. We still got Bruce for LYNCH coming on the show no matter what. So, and it will still be St. Patty's Day. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find one more guest to fill some time as well, just because it's going to be our last episode to end the first half of the season of season 4, and then I decided we're going to take it. Even though most of you guys have had breaks and everything and whatever, but besides all that, I'm going to take a break because I need a break for my own mental health. So we're taking a 3-week break, and we'll come back here the week of WrestleMania 41, which I hope by that time that you will be around, because maybe there's a way that maybe you can. I don't know how much of a wrestling fan you are, but I know that week or in that month of April, it's going to be a lot of stuff going down for WrestleMania, and my family's down there too, and I'm not even down there like I was going to be. Like that, originally, I was going to go down there, but I told my parents to wait until like around WrestleMania time to go to Dolan Springs, and they couldn't do it. They didn't want to wait, so they're down there right now, literally about an hour away from you, Ken. Literally having a good time without me, and I don't know what they have planned or anything, but I don't think they're going to go to WrestleMania because none of them care about wrestling at all. But I'm just saying, I would have loved to go. You could have just waited for me, but they didn't want to do that at all. So that week of WrestleMania 41, April 14th is when we'll be coming back after a 3-week break. Because I figure everybody deserves a chance to refresh and not have to worry about all this stuff. I'm still going to do interviews on the side, and if I get some good interviews that I feel like any of you guys want to participate in, I'll let you know, because I have some plans of some people I'd like to get, and even Mad Dog, I'll probably get a hold of you here eventually too, because if I am able to connect with some of the people that I'm trying to connect with, you'll definitely be somebody that'll be interested in what we're doing anyway. So just so you know, there, Mad Dog, because I think about you a lot when it comes to wrestling interviews and stuff, and I think
Appreciate it.
I think with some people I have in mind, if we're able to make this happen, because I did do an interview this past Saturday that wasn't live; it was recorded. I'll air it here after the 12th. I brought back Keith Elliott Greenberg, and we talked about his new book about WrestleMania 3, but he doesn't want it really released until after the 12th because he's going to be on Busted Open Radio promoting that and all that. So just want to wait till the 12th or after the 12th to release it. So, but I did this past weekend with him. So, but other than that, next week we'll have the return of Alan Neff because of his connection problems that he was having last week. He's going to come back next week and join us for an episode, and then the return of Misty Blues, Gina Coleman, the Misty Blues. So that'll be a big show for next week and to enjoy in March. So I don't know. I mean, St. Patty's Day is around the corner. I mean, do you guys have any traditional things that you do around this time of year? I mean,
Drink.
To celebrate? Okay. I mean, how about you, Ken? What do you do in Vegas to celebrate St. Patty's Day?
The only time I ever really celebrated was when I was hired to do a party. So I don't have really anything in place that's, personal tradition.
Okay. Are you not Irish at all?
Going
Corby Fash or anything?
No, but I don't have any Irish in me right now, but there is a bottle of whiskey in the other room.
So a little bit later, you'll be like, yeah.
Got to do the old kegs and eggs.
Oh, that's a thing, huh? I don't know any of these traditional things because it seems like the bars should they take full advantage of a day like that, which I'm pretty sure most of them do. I mean, Sam,
sure.
Sam, what do you guys do for St. Patrick's Day? You guys do anything themed at all for your bar at all?
No.
No,
Nothing.
nothing.
No.
Are there any Irish people in Pittsburgh?
My wife's a little bit Irish, but
He said
Yes,
your
you know-
bar. What did your bar do?
we don't do nothing anymore. We used to do we used to have like Green Bear and stuff, like open up early so people could drink here before they went to the parade, and I
Sure.
don't even do that no more.
Wow. Mama T, well, what did you and Bob ever do anything for St. Patty's Day at all?
Yeah, we
I mean,
used
like for your bar?
for the bar, yeah, we use green beer, green Jello shots, decorated. You know, have drink specials, whatever. And I'm actually Irish, but I really haven't celebrated since my grandma and my grandpa passed away because my grandma was full-blood Irish from Ireland, you know, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. Anyway.
Yeah.
I haven't celebrated since I fell off the turnip truck.
Oh, jeez.
Probably why I like potatoes so much, but no, one of my traditions always was to wear green and send my grandma and grandpa a St. Patrick's Day card.
Did Bob ever dress like a leprechaun at all, just for the hell of
Oh
it?
God, no.
You got any photos?
He did have
of
one of
that?
those, he did have a green hat. Now that you mention it, he did have a green hat. I'm not sure what happened.
I figure a guy like that would definitely get into character during the holidays. Like for Easter, he'd dress like a bunny. You know, for January, he'd be Baby New Year. You know, Valentine's Day, maybe Cupid. You know, all those things.
No.
Or you doing that? You know, because you kind of like to get into character sometimes. Right?
Oh
You
yeah,
dress
I had this comment. I just saw there was supposed to be a comment, but I don't see where the comment is. I'm guessing it was from Ricky, and I'm guessing he's in the garage watching the show. And I got a notification on the computer that he made a comment, but I can't see it. So
Yeah, I can't see it either. The only comment that I see is from Brian Richmond. That's about it. I think
hold
as far
on,
as here goes.
hold on. I shared it to the Buzz page.
Oh,
I was looking at my
okay.
where I posted it on my personal page. No, I posted it to my Buzz page too. And hi, Ricky.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, yeah. For me, I mean, I mean, we've done St. Patty's Day things or whatever, and I've had corned beef hash and everything, you know. And I know the casino that I work at is going to be doing some stuff, you know. Seven Clans. They can you believe it or not, Mama T? We actually have they actually are giving away a Can-Am Ranger. That's actually physically right in the casino now. They're going back to their old school ways of actually having physical things in the casino now. I don't know if you've been, you probably haven't seen it yet or not, but yeah, because the last time I remember that, they used to have like cars and motorcycles and all types of stuff, you know, all over the casino that, you know, we were giving away for Players Club.
Yeah,
And
well,
now
once
finally
Nick Papagiorgio won 5 of them in a row, they, you know.
Is that what you did? You won 5 in a row?
No, Vegas Vacation. The kid gets the fake ID with his name, Nick Papagiorgio,
Yeah.
and he keeps winning cars.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I can imagine that that would happen. That would happen.
No, I've never had that kind of luck. I could light a dollar bill and put it in a slot machine, and it'd be a race to see which one was gone first.
Oh, well, all right. Well, you know, this had nothing to do with St. Patty's Day, but I found this kind of interesting, and maybe we can have a conversation about this. You ever thought about ever doing this to 2 different businesses at all?
Hey, John, what can we get started for you today? Here? Come again? Wait, what? Hello? Thank you for calling Papa John's. What can we get started for you? Would you like to try our large one-topping pizza for $7.99?
No, this is
Domino's Houston. Ours is it's actually $6.99. It's not Papa John's. This is Domino's Houston. You're selling a large one-topping pizza for $6.99? Are you fucking kidding me? And a 2-liter. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you trying to uppercut our prices? Is that what you're fucking doing? And you called us? Wait, this is Papa John's? Fuck you, Domino's. Your pizza tastes like fucking Papa John's, bro. I got fired from Domino's. Domino's. They're not loyal to their fucking customers. Because you couldn't make it. You're a pull up on us, salesman. Pull up.
A little bitter.
I thought they're both good pizza companies, but that's kind of different, huh? What would you do if that was if you were getting a call like that and somebody would prank calling you or whatever, or maybe you didn't know? All of a sudden you put two phones together, then it's like called. I always thought it'd be kind of fun to try that.
Yeah.
Two insurance companies that call each other, get pissed off.
You got to be careful, though. I mean, it used to be a prank. Now it's probably a hate crime.
True.
I used to call a neighbor and tell him he wanted free pizza from our local pizza shop, and then call the pizza shop and order a large pizza and have it delivered to my neighbor. Sit outside and watch it. And then you get there, because we mean it's for free. He goes, it's $8.99, and they'd be fighting on the front porch. You told me, you gave me a free pizza. We'd all be sitting there on the corner watching it, laughing our ass off.
Wow, that's what you would do, Mad Dog. Wow.
Yeah, I was a bad boy.
You'd still probably do that. You probably have it delivered to your brother's house, probably, huh? Yeah.
Ohio, I could afford that.
No. You'd have the pizza delivered to Sam's place or whatever, and it'd be like a whole bunch of things that they get charged.
Just send it, man. I'll pay for it. I don't give a fuck.
The only pranks I ever really got into was like I would make long distance phone calls, and Frankie, you're probably too young to remember this, but you could actually charge the long distance phone call to your home number. Well, I wouldn't give them a home number. I would give them like people's numbers who I hated, and then I'd call long distance and talk forever, like to my relatives in Ireland or
Well, I remember we used to have the collect calls and everything back in the day.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't do it collect, but I would charge it to my home number. Well, is there somebody at that number that can verify? I'm like, no, I'm not at home. I live alone. So how is there going to be somebody there to verify?
Go ahead, Ken.
It really isn't a prank, but my dad was a private investigator. And this woman bought a car from a local dealership and then disappeared. Well, he found out this was in Idaho. He found out that she went down to Georgia. And he found out where she was and her phone number and all that. But he also found out that her son was still going to Boise State University. So he gets the operator on the line. He says, I'd like to make a person-to-person collect call to this woman, but don't tell her who it is unless she asks specifically. So she gets a person-to-person collect call from Boise. She figures it's her kid. She accepts it, which means she's identified herself as the person he's looking for. And he identifies himself from the dealership and the finance company and all this. And she's like, oh my God, you found me. He says, yeah, do you think it was that easy to disappear? And he goes, you can either take a payment into this local dealership there, and gave her the address right in town, or you can take them the car.
Wow.
But using the old, the old landline tricks to your advantage.
Yeah. That's funny. That is.
You know what,
funny.
Frank? I've been going to the casino on Saturday nights, and I can't even look at the fucking guards anymore straight. I think they're all Frank. I call them all Frankie.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Is that like a compliment, or should I
don't know. I just can't picture you doing that kind of work, and I see these guys. I'm like, hey, Frankie, what's up, man?
And then say, "What's up, Sweet Sam? How are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be on you gonna be on the show this week?" Hey, my job as a security guard is not rough. I mean, depending on the weekend, but it's I still get home every night or whatever. But it's like I don't know. I mean, it can be boring or it can be an adventure sometimes. It just depends on the day. Now, this past weekend, we had a lot of people at the casino, and there was nothing going on. It was just a typical Saturday. I guess there was stuff going on in the town, like the basketball game, a hockey tournament, whatever else. But right now in our area, we're dealing with, and I don't know how this is going to work here after May 22nd or whatever. But one of our local factories will be closing here soon, and that's going to change. That's going to change.
Oh yeah, Arctic Cat, huh?
Yeah, in a weird way, it's gonna change the town. It's not gonna be I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think a lot of people are gonna be without employment for a while after May 22nd. So yeah, Arctic Cat. Guys ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the snowmobiles and stuff.
Now, where did you hear of that from, Ken? From Nathan or from your friend from Nathan?
Yeah, from Nathan.
Okay, because I know you and him are friends. That's a guy that I wish would come on our show because I think he'd be, with his knowledge and everything, he'd be perfect for this show. And maybe I'll have to ask him later on. To
Tell him
come on
when you call him, just tell him there's model trains.
And then when he asks where's the trains, it's like, well, you got to bring them.
Yeah, we did. Wait, no, we didn't say there would be any. We said there would be some when you brought some.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Arctic Cat, they've been around for a long time. They're almost as similar as Polaris and Marvin Windows and freaking DigiKey and all these different companies. So we live in Factoryville over here. There's too many factories. Not enough good mom and pop businesses anymore because it's everything's changed and it's just I don't know. I'm not going to try to bash the town, but it's just Thief River is a lot different town than it used to be.
The internet Walmarting of America.
Yeah, but not just Walmart though. I mean, you could say that, but
the internet on a whole has destroyed a lot of commerce.
Well, I mean, do you think that's why? Do you think that's why
have moved online?
Do you think that's why Kmart and Pomida and all these stores went out of business because of online?
Sure. How are you going to stay open when you're selling something for $30 and people can buy it online for $20?
Yeah, but Kmart's always been spendy for things, and Pomida.
And have it delivered to you. You don't have to go out and get it.
Yeah, but you still. Yeah. I know people with businesses now with DJ equipment and sound gear. They're like, we can't. We're already selling at this much of a margin, and we can't beat the drop ship internet price of somebody who doesn't have anything other than a website to maintain. When we've got a warehouse and we've got employees and we've got everything else.
Sure.
That it's really changed the way the conventions have gone. We used to get the retailers used to bring in, they'd get a big giant booth and they'd stack it full of product to sell there. And on the last day of the show, they were just clearing stuff out. And they can't do that anymore because people are just walking up going, I can get it here for $15. Can you beat that?
Okay. Well, I mean,
the internet has killed a lot of stuff.
But I mean, do you think okay, so around here we used to have a lot of mom and pop stores. A lot of mom and pop stores. I mean, we even had a video store that was there was Elite Video and Sound, and then it became Mr. Movies. And we don't have that anymore. We have no video stores at all in town anymore. No rental stores, not even at the gas stations at all.
No, because everybody streams what they want.
There's still those red
they
boxes.
subscribe to a streaming service and
yeah, but what
they
about
get
those
whatever
old
they want.
What about those really old people that still don't know what a VCR is? Yeah.
All old people know what a VCR is.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they think, gotta get antenna. You'll get a rabbit ears.
Oh, come on. I used to have a VCR the size of a Buick. Are you kidding me?
I used to have a
Well,
Buick the size of a VCR.
What was that beta? There was that what is the beta? Those beta discs. Remember those
Beta,
big
oh,
yeah, Beta was
Beta Vision
Beta
or
was
whatever.
a half-inch tape format that was and is still superior to VHS, but Sony was greedy, and all these other manufacturers are like, "Hey, you're going to let us make those?" And Sony was like, "No, we're going to be the only ones doing home video." So Japan Victor Corporation, JVC, came out with their own half-inch format, VHS. And when all the other companies said, "Hey, can we build these?" JVC said, "Yes, you can. Go ahead."
I'm talking
And-
about those ones that looked like albums.
Oh, no, that was Laserdisc.
Laserdisc, that's what I was thinking. Sorry.
Yeah, there's still what's the name of it? Dragon Quest, or it's an arcade game that that was based on a Laserdisc, and they still use it that way. You can still find some of the original machines.
Huh.
I remember my first mother-in-law, she had the machine and she had all kinds of these. I thought they were LPs or something. I'm looking at them like, what are these? Oh yeah, you just stick it in there and it pulls the thing out and it plays the movie and it puts it back in. Like, that's like the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, they were like
Not since then, of
12-inch
course, but at
CDs.
that point in my life, it was the weirdest shit I'd ever seen. I've seen a lot weirder shit than that by now.
Oh, I imagine. Well, let's see. I have something here that I wanted to share with you guys here. I was wondering if I'm able to share it. Because sometimes every time I try to share something, it either will accept it or it won't. I think I have to do something here. So talk amongst yourself here for just a little bit here. Because I have something here that I wanted to show.
I'm sorry, it was Dragon's Lair.
Dragon's
Lair. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, Dragon's Lair. That was the original is based on uses a Laserdisc machine.
Okay. Yeah, Dragon's Lair. I remember. I think I've heard about that game. I think they used that in Stranger Things. I think for one of the episodes or whatever for the season 3. I think it was season 3 that they did that. I believe. All right, I'm getting something here where I'll show you guys. You know, when we're talking about, like, you know, I was talking about my folks still and my brother going on a trip to Arizona and stuff, and I have something here to show you guys from something that I did a while back ago that I've never really shown anybody before, but just, you know, trips that something I've done in my days of adventuring and stuff, and kind of what I'm trying to hopefully do here soon. When I go, I'm trying to plan a trip to Washington here to see Lance and everything, and then we might actually go and go back to Astoria, Oregon. But I have a collage here of photos I was going to show you guys here, but it's not going to let me. For some reason, I don't know why. It's just every time I'm trying to see if I hit the tab button or shift. No, actually, I don't know. Let me see if I can do it like this. We'll share the screen here. And we'll do the entire screen here. Okay. Share that. Okay, so you see that obviously. I have a album here of something I wanted to share with you guys. I don't know if it'll just do it. Can you see the photos? Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. It's basically my trip when I went to Astoria, Oregon back in 2012. I took a lot of pictures. And if you've never been to the West Coast or never been to Oregon or in Astoria, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. there's a lot of stuff to look at. I wanted to show some of the stuff that I did because it kind of just, it's nice to have that nostalgia and show you guys kind of what we did. Went to Astoria Column. That's a well-known column that's over there in Astoria. It's a tower that you can walk on. Pretty beautiful. I'm just gonna go through quickly.
Nice
Astoria,
sparkle.
yeah. Astoria's a beautiful city. I mean, it's there's a column right there. It looks small, but it's pretty big when you go up there. It's like a whole flight of stairs and everything. So let's see. There's me. Ain't that a handsome fella? There you
I say nothing.
go. Well, I'm going fast a little bit, so because I got a lot of photos in here. The downtown Astoria looks like San Francisco, but it's not San Francisco, I assure you, because that's the Columbia River right there. There's some boats. With my friend Michael that I went how the trip went. So like an antique shop or bike shop downtown over there. Yeah, I mean, it's just something I wanted to show you guys because it's like, it still feels like 1985 when you go down there.
Where
it
is
really
this again?
does. This is Astoria, Oregon.
Oh,
This is in 2012 when I went down there. And when I go see Lance here this summer in Washington, I'm hoping he and I will take a night or a day and go down there. There's a whole bunch of sea lions over there, right, that you can get real close to. They were, if you're a big fan of the Goonies, this year's the 40th
It's a rat with wings.
This is the 40th anniversary of the Goonies film, anyway. So it's kind of a nice thing to share, anyway.
oh my God, this thing! Stop it!
Oh, let's see. See if I can find something that's a little more exciting. We got a lot of birds over there.
Here we go.
King. What do you want, Burger King?
You made me hungry.
Yes, please.
There's a Goonie bird.
Yeah, there's me wearing my Turtles hat.
Hey, you guys!
Yeah, I mean, it was just a fun experience, and then here we are in the jail that's featured in the movie is actually a museum now. It's an Oregon State Museum, so everything that's ever been filmed in Astoria or in Oregon, includes Stand By Me and anything else that's Ninja Turtles 3 and Free Willy, are all in the jail pretty much.
Oh, right on.
There's me. That's what I look like if I was in jail.
You
This
wouldn't
is
be
the-
smiling because you'd be somebody's girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah, your face is
Yeah, that might make him smile.
bars.
I think I'd still smile though, probably.
Your face has been,
One last time,
your face has been smeared up against them bars.
And this is the original sign from the movie that was in the movie, and they kept it in the opening scene anyway. It's more downtown. It's more a Burger King here. It's kind of random, just kind of a mixture, whatever. But it's all in the museum and all the original Goonies stuff that they ever sold, that ever came out. As well, the beds there, more of me in jail. This is the scene. This is literally the jail cell where they were in, where the movie kicked off. It looks smaller in person, but bigger on screen, of course. And then they had footsteps to kind of show where they walked and everything. But this is all original stuff that they locked up in one of the other jail cells so that people could get inside. All types of merchandise and stuff, and call sheets, whatnot, and like the Corey connection. This is all in there too. More merch for the Goonies. All original stuff. They had so much merch that's come out with that movie. Oh man, there's Chunk.
Hey, you guys!
The sloth. Yeah. And it's like more than 300 movies have been filmed in Oregon over the years. Can you identify 10 of these quotes? And then they got Short Circuit was filmed there. The hotel that my friend and I stayed at was called the Lamplighter Inn, and that was below where the Short Circuit's house is.
Oh, wow. A friend of mine built a full-size, fully articulated Johnny 5.
Oh, that's cool.
He's just now working on how to motorize it.
Over here is inside the Liberty Theater, where one of our former guests, Sam Miller, the comedian, is going to be recording his second live comedy show here this Sunday.
I thought you were going to tell me that's where Pee Wee Herman was.
Yeah, that's where Pee Wee Herman played with his Pee Wee Herman. Yeah.
That's where he took his last shot.
Yeah.
His
What do you like all
theatrical
this?
debut.
Yeah. There's downtown Astoria. There's the bridge that's been in all the Astoria, Oregon films and all that. Michael inside Liberty Theater. Trying to get as good pictures, but it was kind of the camera I had was kind of shitty. But it's kind of what it kind of looks like, and imagine it still looks like that to this day because they don't really upgrade too much. More of the Benji the Hunted. Remember that movie? No film there. Yeah. Walkie talkies. This is where they had they kept recordings of all the movies that were filmed there. So day by day, you could hear all the people talking about the scenes that we're going to film, just behind the scenes stuff, basically all audio, which is pretty cool. More of the Liberty Theater, Marine Drive, downtown Astoria. I don't mean to bore everybody, but I just wanted to show everybody. Big old cruise ship over here. Today. Oh, big old cruise ship. I was in there with all the fancy boats because it's a boating town. That's what it is basically. It's a port town. There's a short circuit house right here.
They do shrimping and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, a lot of seafood. Oh,
I love seafood.
Boats and docks and stuff. And it smelled good too. This is a lamplighter Inn. That's not my truck or anything, but it's just, somebody had a truck that looked familiar from back home, so we had to film that, take a picture of that. Above the bridge, and if you go on the other side of the bridge, then it takes you right to Washington. And if you remember that scene in the Short Circuit where he actually went to Washington to the headquarters, after being discovered or whatever, or was coming from Washington to Astoria or whatever, I believe, because he was one of the robots. More boats. Or a short circuit house. It's on a hill, so. And here's more of that. We go inside the bowling alley where, in the open scene of the Goonies, where Chuck was had his like ice cream or whatever, and he saw the car chase go by. That's where that was filmed. Right over there, literally that spot right there.
Huh.
And we had to play some bowling and on the bridge. I kicked Mike's ass in bowling.
88.
Yeah, there we go.
I had that in the fourth frame once.
I want that, Frankie.
Oh yeah, the Love Mobile, the Renegade Radio Mobile. This could be our van.
Yeah.
Have you seen the prices of those lately?
Yeah. All Volkswagen.
Oh my God!
All
VW vans are
big time.
It's like they're made out of solid gold.
Yep.
More of downtown Astoria. Now this is where the kindergarten cop school was filmed, or this was the school that was in.
Shut up and go back to the carpet.
This is the Goonie house right here.
When I blow the whistle, you will get one toy and go back to the carpet.
Why do you do that so well? I'll tell you.
It's not the tumor; it's a headache.
It's a headache, yeah. Boys have penises, girls have vaginas.
Have a vagina,
yeah.
When I blow the whistle, you will go get one toy and go back to the carpet.
Wow. You do that so well. A little too well, I think.
Tony used to do Wolfman Jack.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do it no more.
Hey, all right, if I'm lying, I'm dying. This here's the Wolfman Jack. It's easy for your hide, Clyde. That tin lizard gets me dizzy.
Wow, that's better than I thought.
Nice.
That tin lizard gets me dizzy. All right. Clear sounds.
So, okay. So here's a challenge for you, Mad Dog. Incorporating the Wolfman voice. Let Ken know how Wolfman's doing right now.
Well, let me tell you right now, I'm all right in heaven, letting it easy go. I'm up here with Jesus walking the line, baby, because it's easy for your high, Clyde. I'm up here getting my Tin Lizzy, get me dizzy.
Oh my goodness, sir. That is something.
He does Al Pacino too.
No,
And I
Frank,
think
I'm
this-
going to shoot you, Frank.
This is
No,
the
Frank, I ain't going to shoot you. He going to shoot you, Frank.
this house over here is the house that Arnold stayed in the kindergarten cop. Right here.
Oh, is it?
Yep. In the movie, anyway.
Shut up and go back to the carpet.
Don't worry, we will go back to the carpet. Don't worry, we're almost done.
It's not
like-
a tumor.
Here's the museum, or one of the museums, or the gift shop, right next to the hotel. It's a nice place. I'm guessing it still looks the same because they don't really update too much.
How long ago was this, Frankie?
2012,
Oh, was it? Holy
So about-
shit.
13 years ago.
Holy crap.
That's why I want to go back. I want to go back because this is a town that I feel I could retire in if I really wanted to. You know,
Do they have, where's this at again?
Astoria, Oregon.
No, they don't have snow, or do they have snow?
No, well, I mean, probably not much. I don't think they get really much of anything.
Oh.
Well, anyway, so I'm gonna stop sharing that now. Yeah, so I'm sorry if it bored everybody, but I think with Mad Dog's impressions, I kind of made everything all exciting. We were talking about phone stuff and pranks and everything, and I found a video of a guy who, well, let's just say he's kind of the master of doing phone pranks. So we'll just say, and here's one of his clips here.
Mitchell's Mortuary, you book 'em, we cook 'em. Hello? Hello? They don't want our services. Cheeks and sheets, if you slap them, we'll clap them. Hello? I think they like that one. Tip and shaft, you want it front or back? Hello? Hello? Okay, bye. We'll stop calling eventually.
That's hopeful. I'm hoping they do.
Roadside Motel, we haven't had a death for 2 days. How many runs do you need? Hello? Heritage House of Wizards, where we put wands in cider. How may I help you? Quick. You're not supposed to start with the fist. 2 fingers first. Bob's Beaver House, how may I help you? Hello? Oh, are they there? Hello?
It's a genuine way to.
We want it front or back.
That's a good way to get rid of spam callers, huh? Yeah, everybody loves spam, right?
Yeah, but the dumbass keeps calling back. Whoever.
Well, I'm sure it's more than just one person.
No, he said that the same number keeps calling back. Eventually they'll get it, he said.
Well, I got one more here.
Yeah.
Most Wiener Hut, we got more wiener than you need. Hello? Average man's shipping, no package is too small. Hello? Pleasers and Teasers dating service, you want a one-night stand or long term? Hello? Fine, don't date nobody. Tammy's Taco Shack, you gotta sniff it before you lick it. Do you like tuna?
I'm sorry, I cut you off there, Ken, when you were talking. I didn't mean to. I didn't know you were going to.
Oh, that's all right. No, it's just you answer the phone and go, okay, I did it, but is there supposed to be that much blood?
Oh, that's just hilarious. That is just hilarious.
Connie
So,
Moore, you stab him, we slap him.
So
Well,
Mad
those
Dog,
girdles, you buy them, we tie them.
Frankie's House of Wiener. We got your wieners for you.
This is the cocktail weenie section.
Yeah.
Everyone's a wiener.
Yeah, no losers over here. Everybody's a wiener. That's
Frankie's Hot Dog Lotto, where everyone's a wiener.
That's funny. So, Mad Dog, let me ask you a question now. Because we saw like a talent come out of our eyes, we'll say, or our ears of you doing voices. I mean, how long have you been able to do all that stuff?
We've been doing that for years.
Yeah, me and my brother used to see who could do as many voices we could do. I used to watch somebody until I could do them. I got a lot more, but
I got a
cartoons
video.
were my favorite.
I got a video of him shooting pool when I had his pool table at my house in Pittsburgh, and this fucker never stopped. He just kept doing voice after voice after voice.
Rocky, we were
laughing our asses off.
Everybody does Rocky, but Mick, absolutely, you're right. Hey, Mick, I'm all right now, I had that locker for 6 years, Mick. 6 years I had that locker. You put me on.
Shut up, you tomato. Get up, you son of a bitch. Mickey loves you.
You're a bum.
You're nothing but a tomato.
I could have been someone wasn't for you, Mick. You know what I mean? I had this locker for 6 years. Hey, you see this turtle got a little more moss and flies, and the moth gets stuck in the turtle store, and I got to pick him up and slap him on the back. They gives them shell shock. Come on, it's a joke,
What the hell? Wow, you should have been on America's Got Talent. I can imagine. Anthony Lutz, right on.
I used to do a ton of cartoons, but I haven't been practicing lately.
When we were younger, we used to do Cheech and Chong. Like I'm talking before.
They would invite me and my brother to parties to do that shit.
I was doing entire Cheech and Chong albums at recess in fourth grade.
Look what you did to my hair, man.
Rodney Dangerfield. Hey, I'm all right
George
now.
Carlin.
Labrador.
You can do George Carlin?
No. I used to perform the entire album at recess in school.
Yeah, they were funny as hell, man.
The teachers really didn't like it that much.
I could do the whole Rodney album, every Rodney album.
But since my parents bought me the albums, they really couldn't bitch at them. So,
yeah.
Hey, I'm all right now, but last week I was in bad shape. I looked up my family tree. 2 dogs were using them. My family tree, they measure me out back at the cesspool, My family.
Wow. How come you didn't try to do
tree doesn't branch?
How come you didn't try to do voice impression work for you back in the day? And when you could
I'm not that good. I mean,
it's those people that say they're not good that are good. Those are the ones that have no confidence in them.
What I love to do is Rodney, but you can't go up and you can't do somebody else. That's a hat. They always say that's a hat.
Oh, shut up, motherfucker.
No, see, but you do something that you look like him. I don't look like Rodney Dangerfield. Like you do the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. I don't do the whole 9 yards. I just do like Rodney. I can do everything about Rodney. My wife's so fat, How fat was she? Come on, I'm working here.
How fat was she?
I didn't know we were on Carson.
Mexico, and the helicopters tried to land on her. After sex, she smokes a ham.
Rodney.
She went to computer day. The computer matched up with Detroit. I'm talking about a fat broad here, okay?
My wife likes to talk during sex. The long distance is killing me.
Yeah. My wife screams during sex. That's when I walk in on her,
My wife said we're going to smoke Gunny after sex. He smokes 2 packs a day now.
Yeah. Hey, and then I go to the bartender. He says, "What do you have?" I said, "Surprise me." He showed me naked pictures of my wife. That's why when I go home in a cab, I see a guy running around my house naked. I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "You came home too early." Now I figure out why the parrot always says, "Quick out the window."
Tony used to really sound like him back in the day. He's not that good right now.
Yeah, I'm all right now. I got a cold.
Well, I don't know what he was doing. The whole Wolfman Jack. I mean, that just almost felt like.
Well. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I'm Wolfman Jack here. Tonight we're gonna have a party.
What do you think of that, Kenny? When you hear that,
Sounds pretty good.
That Tin Lizzy gets me dizzy.
You know what is terrible is when somebody comes up and they're like, "Oh yeah, I do a great Wolfman Jack," and they're like, "Yeah." You know,
yeah, I
you're
can
like,
imagine.
"Dude, you don't even do English." Yeah.
I can imagine.
We got everybody here because right now we got some Clear Sound commercial.
No Clear Seal commercials.
Yeah, he used to do all the Clear Sound commercials.
We'll be back right now. Jackson 5. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
Jesus Christ, man. That is just so, I don't know. It just, and I hope, Ken, that you don't get offended by any of this stuff, you know.
No.
You know.
I think that's a tribute, man.
Yeah, I would hope.
love Wolfman Jack. He was my
No,
man.
he
I couldn't wait to
actually-
watch him on Saturday.
You can actually tell who he's doing without him telling you who he's doing, so it's good.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
True that.
You know, like I
Yeah.
said, it's the people who think they sound like it and sound nothing like it that you're just like,
Sure.
oh yeah, that's good. Can you stop now?
He used to say that Tin Lizzy gets me dizzy. I used to fucking crack up, man. When I was a kid, that's when I started, like, when I used to watch him as a kid, I couldn't wait to, for some reason, he was on Saturday afternoons. What was it? It was, he had his own TV show or something. And I used to, I used to stop and watch that. And I was a kid, you know. I couldn't wait just to hear his voice because I thought it was so unique as a kid growing up. No one wanted to watch it.
I always thought that Wolfman Jack was a class act. I mean, he was a classy dude, man, all the way around.
I used to listen to him on the radio. I used to watch him as a cartoon. He even had his own cartoon at one time, I think, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I
He was on a couple of episodes of Married with Children.
Yeah.
That's right.
So was
That's awesome.
So was Sam Kinison. Or was it just the one?
Huh?
Or was it just the one? I know he was on at least one. I thought he was on more than one.
Yeah, he's on a Christmas special.
Yeah.
He played Guardian Angel.
I love that skit with him. And
Yeah, it was
girl
like
on Saturday Night Live.
Ghost to Christmas Past or some crap. I can't remember.
He was his angel. I was his guardian angel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. They can't see you, Bundy.
Yeah.
He was good on that one skit from Saturday Night Live when he has a wife. It's just like him. He come back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, honey, I was thinking about you. She got a bottle of booze.
I was thinking about you too.
My grandson sees pictures of Sam on a wall and he thinks it's me. He goes, "That's you, Pappy," because he sees a picture of me. And back in the day, I'd look like him, but not now.
Now you look like Meatloaf.
Well, you still might. We just don't know what Sam would have looked like now.
That's what Bill said. He goes, "Dude, if he was still alive, he'd probably look just like you." Except for beard.
I got to go to the little boys' room. I'll be right back.
Why don't we take a quick bathroom break anyway while everybody's, since we're going to be getting ready for our guests here pretty soon, another half an hour. We'll take
about 30 waters.
We'll take a quick pee break, and we'll be back for the second half of Renegade Radio.
You know 29 is your limit.
Yeah, that's right. Right here on Facebook. We'll be right back.
It's the Red River Valley Motorcyclist Spirit of America Bike and Car Show, Saturday and Sunday, May 3rd and 4th at the Alara Center in Grand Forks, and they're looking for sponsors and vendors. This is a great opportunity to get your business noticed by thousands of people for this 2 long days of this awesome event. If you'd like to get your business noticed, or if you'd like a booth, contact Sarah, 763-568-1946, or Dennis at 701-741-5205. There'll be a raffle with over $90,000 worth of prizes, including a Polaris 1000 North Star Ultimate Crew Cab Ranger, a Harley-Davidson Street Glide, and Polaris Sportsman 570, with the net proceeds benefiting the Veterans Honor Flight of North Dakota, Minnesota. And veterans are absolutely free. Find out more by going to rrvmnd.org. Red River Valley Motorcyclist Spirit of America Bike and Car Show, Saturday and Sunday, May 3rd and 4th at the Alaris Center in Grand Forks.
Roaring engines on the open road. The freedom's call, it lifts my load. Chrome and steel beneath a crimson sky. Two wheels to ride, we're flying high. The thunder roars with every turn we make. In the iron jungle, our spirits never break. Wind in our hair, the horizon's near. Riding through the dusk where shadows disappear. With every mile, the heartbeat of the night. Under stars we'll chase till morning light. We're road warriors in a metal dream. Echoes of our engines of steel symphony. Rev it up, the night is set aflame. In the biker's code, we know no shame. Highway whispers, tales of the free. Fuel meets fire in our destiny. The highway song, it's in our soul. With every twist and turn, we lose control. Leather jackets, patches worn with pride. In the biker's world, we never hide. Engines purring like a lion's roar. Together we ride forevermore. We're road warriors in a metal dream. Echoes of our engines of steel symphony.
Old Joe at the bar got stories to tell. He'll talk your ear off if you sit for a spell. But there's a whisper in the winter breeze beyond.
Renegade Radio. Tune in, don't be shy. With Frankie Slauson leading the ride. Monday nights, the airwaves come alive. With voices in the dark, like shadows they survive. Join the rendezvous, let the stories weave. Frankie leads the night, you just gotta believe.
Number 1, step forward.
I'm Batman.
Number 2, step forward.
I'm Batman.
And number 3, step forward. Number 3. Number 3, repeat the phrase, please.
Really? You want me to say it? You want me to say it?
Just say the words.
Yeah, come on, man. I got things to do.
Fine.
I'm Batman.
There.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it.
What? You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, you distinctly changed your voice.
No, I didn't.
You did. I'm pretty sure we all heard it. Yeah, so stop whining and say it again.
Guys, I'm Batman.
Again, please.
I'm Batman?
Again.
I'm Batman.
Quit messing around. I got to take my kids to soccer practice in the morning. I don't want to be here all night. Now say the phrase.
Yo soy hombre del murciélago.
In English, please.
What? Just because I have a little class?
Number 3, you have no class. You're a lunatic in hockey pads.
I'm not wearing hockey pads! Why does everyone think I wear hockey pads? Do I look like a goalie? No. I'm much more than that. I'm whatever Gotham needs me to be.
And that is?
I'm Batman.
That's it.
Well. Yeah. Look who decided to finally join us.
What's up,
after 2 weeks. That's Ink Man.
I told you.
Better late than never.
Yeah, tell us the story. Like, what the hell is going on? You just couldn't get in or something last week, or what?
Last week it was my fault, but technology gets the better of me once in a while.
Okay, well, I mean that makes sense. I mean, it happens. I mean, I was just trying to figure out what was going on, because it's like you were able to get in before, and I don't nothing had changed here, and I took the security stuff off, so it made it easier for everybody to get in here, so you would always have to
I figured it out. It's my bad. I do have a question for everybody, unrelated to anything we've ever talked about.
Sure.
When you make a long distance phone call and you get put on hold, we all hear that thing that says this call may be monitored or recorded?
Sure.
Yeah.
It depends on the company, but yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of them do that.
Yeah.
Are you aware while you're on hold, you're being recorded?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know it.
Yeah.
What were you doing while you were on hold, sir?
Those people are not talking to me anymore.
What are you doing?
Well, I've been on hold back and forth with people for a couple hours trying to get to one department. Finally, they said, "No, somebody will be with you. It says in a few minutes, you're like number 40th on the list." And now I'm on hold, and I'm mad. I do have an old man anger once in a while.
No.
Yeah.
You?
Swearing back and forth and calling this bitch a fucker for waiting so long. And then I got an email the next day. We are not considering you anymore due to your lack of professionalism.
Well, there's a cure for that. Don't put me on friggin' hold.
Nothing but nice. And then I figured it out with the help of somebody else that, yeah, you're being recorded at that point. Fuck 'em.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Well, let me ask you this question then. Did they at least play good music? Because they always have the best music, when they put you on hold.
No, it was a metronome or something.
I actually told the place when they finally answered, I was like, look, you need new music. You need to turn the gain down. It's distorted. And the loop needs to be longer than, 2 measures.
Yeah. So I learned that lesson late in life.
And you can do it seamlessly. It doesn't have to go ka-chunk, like an 8-track tape every time it ends. Yeah.
Yeah, Ken gives them a music lesson. Like this. You don't know how to make a music file? Jesus.
I used to like it a lot better when it was silent because you could just leave your phone there, and then when you heard something, you knew there was a person on the line.
How come they don't play like heavy metal or anything like that? Imagine if
Now
there's like
you should get
one
your-
to do like heavy metal or something.
Now you should get your drill and just run a drill right by the speaker because it sounds like you're in a dentist office.
Yeah. And scream.
I couldn't wait anymore. I had to go to my dental appointment, but I'm still on hold.
You know what they should do? They should have press 1 for rock and roll, press 2 for oldies, press 3 for country.
Yeah. Press 4 for porn music.
Right.
Press 5 for hip hop, and it disconnects you.
Last week, man, you should have moaned and groaned like you were having sex. They were like,
And if
I
you
think
can
I
do a
did
lot
do
of,
that online.
and if you can do a lot of voices, like Mad Dog, and have like Scarface have sex with Sam Kinison or something. I don't know. Never mind. Never mind. That's just
Say hello to my little friend.
Imagination. Yeah.
Man, my little friend.
You know what I've been doing lately? Because I don't trust
Masturbating?
Frankie. I think he keeps our cameras on while we're like in our office. I put Kleenex over my camera when I'm masturbating because I don't want him watching.
Good.
Yeah,
You're
he
gonna
takes
do
it off
that.
and he's ready to shoot.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's like beware ducks. It's gonna be a big explosion. He's out Mount St. Helens or something, boy. I tell you.
You know, if someone's watching you anyway. I just do it on purpose.
I don't worry about stuff like that. I
They were
don't.
like,
I don't
that
care.
lady playing with herself.
You can't.
You know what?
You
Spider-Man
can't be.
shoots sticky goo everywhere, and people say it's great. I do it, and I'm a pervert.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Everybody tells me, when you're with weapons, you need to cock your gun. It's just like, why do that all the time anyway?
Yeah.
So, oh no, not that gun, a different gun.
Poor Mama T.
But anyway, we're happy to have you, Antique Man. Glad that you finally made
Glad to be
made
back.
your
Hey,
appearance.
I watched the whole show last
Oh
week.
yeah. You said that you did. I hope you enjoyed it. We
I
tried
did.
I don't know. He was just having network connections, but he's going to come back next week and do it live from his studio. So we'll get a chance to see what his studio looks like. I kind of know what it looks like already, but you guys have no idea. It's a pretty nice studio that he has.
Who's that? Who's that?
Al Neff. Remember we had Al Neff on last week? Well, you weren't even here last week. You were gone. Yeah, but he's coming back here next week. So, the DJ from Minnesota, my friend, Al Neff.
Good.
Oh yeah. Let's see. So what I have for our feature tonight, or for my little special presentation here. Earlier, I showed my photos from my trip. Well, I'm not going to show my photos from trips or anything, but I think I can get this working. Yeah, it'll work now. You guys give me a lot of shit about my love for wieners and everything, so we're gonna go through here before our guest comes out the ultimate hot dog guide. And you can tell me if you had these styles or not. They all are real styles. They all exist. But I figure since you guys always give me shit about my love for wieners, because I say the word wiener a lot, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the different styles and everything of wieners and everything. So, as you know,
Mama T.
well, no. I mean, this is an interesting topic anyway, because not only does it get you hungry, but then if you've never known that this all existed, you might actually be interested. You just never know. So we're going to start off with, first of all, I'm going to ask you guys, have you had any of these styles before of hot dog?
Yeah.
I had no.
Never?
What's a chili
the
dog?
only thing I put on my hot dogs is either mustard, ketchup, or relish, or sauerkraut and ketchup.
Okay. So it's
Chili,
like
cheese, hot peppers, and ketchup.
So it's like your own.
We used to call it the foot long.
I can't see whether it's on the Italian or the Michigan. It cuts off, but I've had the cone. I know it's on the Coney. I've done that.
None of them.
I've had a
you
lot of
should be
wieners
able to.
in my life. So, yeah, pretty familiar with most of these. New York, Seattle, Dodger Dog.
I
Freaking
don't
Billy
see
Money
them. Where they
bastards.
at?
Oh, yeah. Back when I was in high
Doyer.
school, there was a place called Babe's Texas Style Chili Dogs, and they used the foot-long wieners in the 8-inch bun, and the slogan on the back of their shirts said "Small buns, big weenie."
At base,
I used
right?
to wear the shirt to school, and people would be like, "Oh, that's perverted." And I'd turn around and go, "It's a hot dog place."
Yeah,
That's right. That's right. And I bet you they do really well with that slogan too. I'm sure. It probably sells really, really well. So
yeah, my bar, we have the bar in the front and my poker machines in the back, and I always say liquor in the front and poker in the rear.
That's right. That's right.
I
So
went to a
there.
hot dog place. They serve not but chili dogs. They call it the rusty trombone.
I did have chili dogs. I like chili dogs.
Well, in South Dakota, they had a place called the Taste of Chicago, and it was like a Chicago-themed restaurant with all types of dishes, whatever. And it was pretty affordable too. They had I actually had the Chicago dog for the first time when I ate there. It was pretty good. It had like peppers and sauerkraut and some type of mustard, like a combination of mustard relish or whatever. Yeah, that was very, very good.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't turn it down a hot dog. Whatever someone puts on a hot dog, I'll eat it. I just never tried it those ways. You know what I mean?
Sure,
I would eat all of them.
Well, so we got different styles. We got the New York hot dog, which is a hot dog in a bun with mustard, sauerkraut, and onion sauce. You ever had onion sauce before?
I do that.
Yeah.
I've never
We'll
had
eat
onion
it.
sauce before.
Definitely eat it.
Okay. The next one is the Seattle dog. This is why I wish that Lance was here. But Seattle, it's a bratwurst with cream cheese, sliced raw jalapenos, chopped cabbage, and sriracha.
Oh, yes, I happen to have that one.
Very good.
That's a Seattle dog.
I'd do that.
I'd do that in a minute.
I'd hit that wiener in a heartbeat.
I'd hit all of these,
that wiener.
especially that Dodger.
Wow. How about the Japan one? Here's the Sonora one. This is a bacon wrapped hot dog. That's the one that looks like a vagina. It's a bacon wrapped hot dog. Split soft roll, relish, tomatoes, onions, avocado chunks, and mayonnaise.
Got it. I'd eat it.
Why does it look like a vagina though? It just doesn't make any sense.
I'd eat it if it didn't look like a vagina.
What's that?
Who was that? Yeah, who is?
I'm sorry.
Kihn.
That was me. I was just getting ready to listen to.
Oh, okay.
Our guest drummer.
Yeah, well, he'll be coming on here pretty soon. That's why we're doing this kind of quick. You
Let's
got the Tijuana dog. It's a bacon wrapped hot dog, grilled sliced peppers, onions, jalapenos, and squishy white bun.
I'd eat that.
Gotta have a squishy white bun.
I'd eat her.
Oh, it's not my buns are pretty squishy, but anyway.
I'd eat her.
The Dodger dog. The foot-long dog in a foot-long bun, ketchup, mustard, chopped onions, and relish.
Yes, that's me.
I would eat that.
That's a foot-long? Almost looks like a foot-long. I don't know from the picture.
I'd deep throat that fucking wiener.
Oh, I'm sure.
Not the size, buddy.
I just love how you guys just like going with this theme. Like all of a sudden
Who's
we
Gary
love
Quickle?
That's a friend of
Gary
mine.
Quickle says, "Come on, John, tell us how many ways you've had a wiener."
Probably had a rusty trombone, a blumpkin.
Hey, listen, I work with Gary Quickle, and he's a funny. That's one of my favorite guys to ever work with me. He's funny.
Is he very Quickle?
Yeah. That's a real name, by the way.
Hey, does Gary Quickle like a pickle?
Yeah.
So we got the Doyer dog, and that is a foot-long dog in a foot-long bun with mustard, nacho cheese, pickled jalapenos, and salsa.
Amen.
Oh yeah.
That sounds good there. Got the Korean dog, which is a corn dog coated with crinkle cut fries and fried on a stick with ketchup. So it's like corn dog pretty much.
Just like it come out of somebody's keister.
The Korean.
I guess so.
Yeah, the Korea dog is actually just a Vienna sausage.
Yeah.
They might have big,
Okay.
big I'll tell you what, dude.
That's what I heard.
The Columbia dog is a hot dog in a bun with ketchup, mustard, mayo, pineapple, crushed potato chips, boiled quail egg speared on top.
Oh,
I'd do it. I'd
Never
do
tried
it.
that one. I would.
I'd do it.
No.
Never tried it.
What the
Hey,
hell's
kick
a,
me, man. Quill
what the
me.
hell's,
I'd give them a try.
What's a quail egg, though? I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
That's a quill laid an egg.
That's a small egg, dude. It's good.
It's
small
wee little.
quail.
It's about the size of a mini egg, a chocolate mini
It's
egg.
like the Partridge Family egg, you know.
How about Japan? You got the hot dog sliced to look like an octopus, fried and served as part of a bento box. I don't know.
Peppercorn
Doesn't
fries.
look- yeah. Doesn't look like they put much creativity in it, even though it
If
looks
they
like
put an
octopus.
octopus on a hot dog bun, I'd eat it.
I got a puss on my wiener.
You wish.
How about? Hey, no, I don't. Germany. You got the Frankfurter with sauerkraut, potato salad, and mustard with no bun. Wow.
Done it.
Yeah, I'd eat it, but I'd have to have that on a bun.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Carolina, you got the hot dog in a bun with chili, chopped onions, and coleslaw.
Yep,
Oh,
yeah.
I'd do that.
Oh, yes.
I'd do, yep.
Yeah. Montreal, you got the all-dressed New England style bun, steamed hot dog, mustard, chopped onion, and cabbage.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty
Oh,
good
yeah.
too.
Yeah, I'd do it.
I got to get you guys a permani sandwich.
Oh yeah. Michigan, you got the hot dog in a bun, tomato-based meat, chili sauce, and mustard. So it's like a chili cheese dog, almost like, kind of like.
I
Right.
would do that.
Sounds like.
The Italian,
ever
though,
hear-
that's the one. That's
Did
the
you
one I
guys
want.
ever hear of a permani sandwich?
I've heard of a pimento sandwich, or like a
No, permani. That's a
like a
famous
panini.
Pittsburgh sandwich. We put coleslaw, French fries on a slice on Italian bread
On
and
corned
put
beef.
anything you want on it.
Corned beef.
Oh, okay. Isn't that one place that you said you don't talk about no more, or whatever? That one place that went woke or whatever or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh. Well, the food sounds so good though.
Tony's a Democrat, so he don't care.
Oh. Okay, the Italian is a deep fried hot dog in an Italian roll with bell peppers, onions, french fries, ketchup, and mustard.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
you ever notice people say Italian like they're from Italy?
Yeah. I'm an Italian.
Italian
Well, I
dressing.
always say Italian. Yeah, Italian. Italy.
Italian.
Yeah. Yeah, Italian. Yeah.
Italy.
Italy.
Italian.
And then finally, we got the Coney, which I think they also serve at Sonic. You ever been to Sonic before? Yeah. That's a
They
good
put
place.
macaroni and cheese on it.
It's a short hot dog in a short bun with chili, chopped onions, and a pile of finely shredded cheddar.
Huh.
Yes.
I'd eat that bitch.
So, there you go.
I gotta tell you,
You're-
I gotta tell you a little story about Gary Quickle real fast.
Yeah, make it quick.
At work, since he's watching the show.
Yeah,
At work, he would fart, right? And no one caught on at first, but he would say, "Does anyone smell popcorn?" And of course, you're going to be like, smelling for popcorn. And he stinks so fucking bad, his fucking fart. So that's the whole. So if you ever go somewhere, like I went to the casino Saturday night, and I farted in my chair, and I asked my wife, "Do you smell popcorn?" And I was waiting for the guy next to me to jump up.
What the hell? Wow.
Yeah, we went to the the county fair one time, and my girlfriend at the time, she would like to try all these different things, but didn't want to eat the whole thing because she wanted to try something else too. So we'd just order one of something, and she'd take a bite, and then I'd eat the rest, and then we go on to the next thing.
I love that.
Well,
I'm gonna marry that bitch.
one of her girlfriends didn't date anything but black guys. And the reason that piece of information is important, we went over to get a corn dog. This corn dog was longer and bigger than my arm.
No shit.
It was huge. It was at least 18 inches, right?
Corn dogs are the best.
And
Oh,
they give us the corn dog, and I said, does your friend know these are here?
That
She'll never need
that's
another
bad.
boyfriend. She goes,
What the hell?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's funny. That is very, very funny.
She's probably saying, "Look, honey, that's only half of your size."
Oh, darling, that reminds me of you.
She actually took a picture of it and, of holding it up so you had some scale and sent it to her and was like, yeah, here,
I'll tell you what I like to do. Like I really try not to eat a lot because I've been on, watching myself.
I'm feeling left out.
But I could go out with all you guys right now and you put food in front of me. Like I can eat every hot dog you just showed. I'll eat fucking pizza. You know what I mean? I just fucking love to eat when I'm around people.
I gained 40 pounds back.
I gained 20.
That's why I'm hoping that you guys come down. On,
what are you kidding me? I gained 15 just reading the list.
I'm hoping you guys come down, during the week of Kicking Up Country, because that would be the only time that I could see that would work, because we're going to be doing the season finale of season 4 on June 9th. Because of how we're doing the whole break thing, we're gonna go from the time we come back from April 14th till the week of Memorial Day weekend. We're gonna take Memorial Day weekend off, and then we will come back and do the last 2 episodes of the season, the first 2 episodes first 2 weeks in June. And so if you guys come down the weekend of the 9th, we could do a studio show in Grand Forks. That's the week of Ace Frehley coming down and doing the Kicking Up Country show on that Wednesday.
So is that June 9th?
June 9th. And
that's up to my brother. I'll go. I don't know if he could go or not, but I can go anytime.
Well, the day of the festival is the 11th. And I'll be there anyway because I'm going to either work that day to get a free ticket to go or just, I don't want to pay for a ticket.
That's National Sex Day,
How much is the ticket?
It's like over $100.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
They need 3 helpers.
Well, you can volunteer if you want, if you know for a fact. And I mean, just for 6 hours, and then you're there for the rest of the day or whatever. If you wanted to, you just
I'm
have to
going to
fill
walk
out a
around
form.
with my security shirt on from Pittsburgh. I'll get in for free.
There you go. But I'm really serious about it, though. I mean, that's probably the only other time that I can think that would work because it's the start of summer. Yes, it still kind of incorporates the week of Father's Day weekend, that following weekend or whatever. But
give me the date one more time, Frank. Give me the date. I'm going to put it in my phone right now.
June 9th. That's on a Monday. That's the day of the season 4 finale of our show. It's still going to be the season 4 finale regardless if you show up or not. But I figured that'd be the best way because John will be here, Paul will be here, we'll all be here. We can go to Grand Forks, meet up with you guys. There's plenty of hotels. You can probably stay at John's house. He lives right in East Grand Forks, literally right in East Grand Forks, like right on the corner. Before you get there, I'm 45 minutes away. I'm not that far.
Right. I just put it in my phone. So let's see how the cards play out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really do want to come. I've been telling people I'm making 2 trips this year. I'm making 3 trips to Florida, Minnesota, and I'm going to go to Texas to see Bill Kinnison.
Sure. So that would be the best time because in July, the middle or end, I plan on going to Washington. So when we come back for season 5, I'm probably will either be doing it live from Lance's house or something, which will be kind of crazy, but to think about. But
okay,
so
I got a little lost. Is you going to be live in Thief River Falls studio?
No, Grand Forks.
I gotcha. Okay, that's even better.
Yeah.
Why you coming, Eric?
I'm thinking about it.
No way. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I actually was thinking about a trip up there about that time before you just mentioned it. So,
what about you, Ken?
Yeah, Ken, come on, be a team player.
Yeah, it's right down the street. Sure.
Dude, I live in Ohio, and my brother lives in Pennsylvania.
I'd be honored to have all you guys come up, but no matter what, I mean, whoever can come up, I think that would be the best weekend to do it. That way, it's out of the way. Then you can say you've been here. We can show you around. We'll have money to go do things or whatever, whatever you want to do. Maybe take you to Fargo or something. Have a good time.
I think everybody should go. We should stay at Frankie's house on We'll bring our cots with us. We'll buy hot dogs and fucking eat hot dogs. And
Wait,
watch
you'll bring your
fucking
what?
TV. Eat wieners.
Eat wiener. Oh, we can have barbecues. Hey, and we got, and you know, I live right next to a cafe. I live right next to Carol's Cafe, so you don't have to cook it all if you don't want. You got all the
Frankie,
food
if
over
Johnny
there.
stays there, Frankie, you better have a lot of Kleenexes.
I have in my house now. I have furniture. I have couches. I have 2 couches. I have a big couch and a small couch, and I just invested. I wasn't going to do this, but Aaron's offered me a coupon, and it's only because of the coupon and how much I saved from doing this. Even though I'm still planning a trip and everything, I bought a 100-inch TV.
That's great. Let me ask you something, Frankie.
Literally.
Do you have any animals?
No,
I'm in.
I don't have any animals. I have no animals at all. I got a home theater system. We can watch movies. We got.
Well, I was going to stay with Tanya until she had to go meet somebody. So I guess we ain't staying there.
Yeah. No kidding.
I still have a couch, asshole.
And my brother won't stay with John because he got dogs and that. Forget about it.
Well, I've got dogs too.
I ain't staying there. Don't worry about
it. My brother hates animals. He ain't never been to my house because I have a cat and a dog.
Well, no, I mean, I love animals.
care
I
for
just
cats.
can't really have them over here.
I don't go to my daughter's house for the same reason. She has cats and dogs. I do not go to my daughter's house ever.
You don't like dogs? How can you not like? I can
dogs
understand.
No, I have a dog. Dogs ain't too bad. I don't like cats. I really
He has
don't like
a dog
cats.
and
I don't
shits
like
himself
cats
every time Johnny talks.
I'm not employed by my pets, thank you. Because dogs have owners and cats have staff.
Oh yeah. I mean that's kind of true. I guess you could
But
say
see,
that.
Tony gets mad. But the thing is, it's not just him. I don't go. I mean, I went to his house before. He had parties I went to. We had food inside.
Yeah, my kid was 3 years old. He's 35 now.
Jesus.
Whatever.
Oh, you guys are so funny. This is what I want. This is what I would love. You guys come down and entertain us.
Oh, you'll be entertained. Trust me on that one.
Dude. I'll make you take back stuff you never stole.
Yeah, you've said that before. Yeah,
I know that. That's my saying.
Well, everybody, our guest is here, and we're here. We go, everybody. Our first guest for March, Mr. Larry Lynch, the original drummer for the Greg Kihn band. How's it going, Larry?
Hey there, Sean.
Radio.
Doing great, thanks. You guys are up there in Minneapolis, is it?
Well, like northern Minnesota, but kind of spread out though, kind of all over the U.S.
Also, you got a bunch of people here having a party, huh?
Oh, it's always a party over here.
Sounds
It's always
good.
a party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just here so it's not a sausage fest.
Well, we're honored to have you, Larry, because about a few weeks ago I did an interview with Robert Berry, and because I wanted to do some type of tribute to Greg the best way that I could, and Robert wasn't available during the show time, so I figured, well, let's see what he mentioned about you, and I did some research about you, and definitely are just like who he said he was, or talking about as far as the things that you've done in the music world and everything. And I gotta say, man, I think we got a legend here, everybody, like a living legend. Greg's a legend too, but we got Larry. He's drummed for so many years, and he's done so many good things and stuff. And man, it's just an honor to be able to speak to you.
Well, I appreciate that, Sean. That's so nice of you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll introduce you to everybody real quick, just so that you kind of know who you're working with here.
Yeah.
Other than myself, we have DJ Ken Heath, and he is the nephew to the late great Wolfman Jack out of Las Vegas.
Really?
Las
Wow,
Vegas.
one of my faves. Yeah.
And a friend of Hal Blaine's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's too bad we lost him recently too, huh?
Yeah.
What a good guy. I never got a chance to meet him, but I certainly listened to a lot of songs.
He was amazing. I mean, it's like sitting next to a history book.
Yeah.
Just, he would just take off on, oh yeah, we were doing this at this studio, or, afterwards we went to this place and we were all around the piano and, whatever.
Yeah, I heard a lot of stories how he practically lived in those studios. They were there
Oh, yeah.
all long, and he wouldn't go home sometimes. He'd stay there and sleep on the couch and did all kinds of stuff because he was on so many of those songs along with all those other guys that were in the crew there.
Yeah, his nephew's a friend of mine. He's a guitarist, a session guitarist.
Yeah.
And God, we're all getting old. He's retiring.
Yeah, hey, I understand that. It's not up here. It's not on the inside. It's on the outside where we're getting old, man. Right? Still look in the mirror. I expect to look like I did 30 years ago.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the next one we have for you is the guy who helped me start the show back in 2023. He's a Sam Kinison tribute artist, but we call him Screaming Sam. You see him.
Any relation to Screaming Jay Hawkins?
No, I know. I heard them. The band.
Yeah.
See, Sam used to do a Sam Kinison tribute, and he looked almost exactly like him back about 25 years ago. And everyone thought he was still. He was. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so
I don't have my picture with me, but I'll get a picture while you're doing that.
Very cool. And you guys get together what, once a week, every day, what?
Oh, once a week.
Oh, okay, very cool. So you got all these friends and connections over the years.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
When our parole officers aren't watching.
Yeah.
The next one on the list here is Antique Man. He's out of Texas.
Antique Man. All right.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
You too, Antique.
Old rock and roll lead singer back in the Dakotas and Minnesota. Our band made the 2018 South Dakota Rock Hall of Fame.
Wow.
And now I just write and sing a few songs and on a radio station now and then, and that's what I do for fun.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's playing music, it's and writing and doing that sort of stuff is just it's in the blood, and even though you're not working anymore, you still want to write songs and still want to do something attached to music. Right? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys and ladies.
Yeah, that's right. And we'll get to her. We'll save her for last.
All right. I see Mama T over there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We got Mad Dog. He's a former professional wrestler from the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area.
Wow. Hey,
he's a brother. He's a brother to Sam. Sam. So we got brothers on here.
Oh, you brothers were Screaming?
Yeah, that's my older brother.
All right. Well, I see the resemblance there.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, I was the younger brother. He never beat me up. I used to beat him up.
I'm
not going to argue with it.
Yeah. I was right in the middle in my family.
Nice to have you on the show, sir.
All right. Thank you.
And last, but certainly not least, the one we love so much, the one that makes us not a sausage fest, it's Mama T.
All right.
Hi, Larry.
Hi,
I'm
Mama.
glad you're on the show. I met this Mr. Windbreaker here through my late boyfriend, little Bobby. He was a blues musician. And he got me doing this show and then got me doing my own show where I interview local, national, international, regional, all kinds of musicians and music personalities. So that's what the Buzz with Mama T is. But yeah, I do this one for fun. This is my fun show. This is the let it loose. Anything goes. I sit and drink and smoke and cuss like a sailor and just one of the guys there every Monday night. But on Sundays, Mama T is proper.
Speaking for Marines, you need to up your game and quit swearing like a sailor. Get to do it like a Marine.
Fuck you again.
That was me back in the day.
No, that's my brother.
Looks familiar. Looks like Sam Kinison to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Wow.
That's what I used to look like.
I bet people stopped you all the time wanting you to tell a joke or something, huh?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Wow.
I had fun.
Yeah. I bet.
Well, anyway, so that is our crew, and of course, I'm the host with the most, the guy behind Renegade Radio, Mr. Frank Slauson. I'm the guy that got a hold of you.
Yeah.
And I asked you to come on because I figured since Robert was talking about you, and since I've always loved Greg, he's been one of my favorite modern day rock and roll guys for a very long time. I've actually interviewed him a couple times when I was in South Dakota about 10 years ago. We did a couple of audio interviews, and I've also interviewed his son Rye before, as well as, and then of course Robert a couple times too.
Yeah.
So not to kind of sorry to kind of morbid, I guess, but where were you when Greg when you heard that he passed away?
I still have my own business, and I was cleaning carpets out in a town called Concord. And I got a phone call from a gal that used to work at Fantasy Records. Her name was Andrea. And she called me on the phone, and I haven't heard from her in forever. And I couldn't believe she had my number. And she told me Greg passed away, and I couldn't believe it. I was just dumbfounded. And then I called his manager, Joel Turtle, who I, know quite well, to confirm, because you know how this stuff can get out, but I trust Andrea to know that she was telling the truth. But it was real hard to handle and very difficult to comprehend, and it felt surreal because now I'm the only guy left.
So of the originals anyway, you're the only one. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
So it's and something you never think's going to happen, and then all of a sudden here I am, the only guy left. There is Greg Douglas, who joined us after we got he joined us, I think, in about 81 or 82, I think, and he's still around. But other than that, it's pretty much me. I'm the only guy of the original members.
I was watching a music video because there's a lot of different videos that you guys of concert footage and stuff from back in those days, and that somebody posted. And before I got to know who you were and everything, or who you are, I would watch the videos and stuff and not really think about who's singing and everything, who's always doing, because I knew Greg was doing more of the lead singing, but then but then I learned that you also did some singing yourself. And when you would do the song, and you lift me up, love lifts me up higher and higher.
Yeah,
that was you singing. I'm just like, man, this guy has a pretty awesome voice. Did you ever do any solo stuff yourself, or have you always just been kind of the drummer?
No, I'm glad you asked. Right now, I have a band called Faves, Faves, and we recorded. We call it Higher and Higher, and we have about 6 videos out on YouTube under Faves, Faves, and we redid that, and we've got some original material on there, and we've got another one getting ready to come out shortly.
So Higher and Higher, is that the one like from Ghostbusters?
Probably. Jackie Wilson did it originally, and then that I wouldn't doubt that they did it, but I don't think I've ever heard their version of it.
It was Howard Huntsberry. He did that.
And then of course I did a version with Greg, and that went out on his. I can't keep track of the Kihn named albums, but I think it was Continued. Maybe it was on that one, and it was always a crowd pleaser, and I love singing. Every night, Greg would give me one shot to go for it, and it was very cool. I look forward to it every time we played.
It's kind of like you're giving you your flowers, or giving you your time to kind of show the audience that we got a talented band, but we got even more talented than you think.
Yeah, you use those extra bullets in your gun there, so especially when you need a little break, and it gets tough out there on stage, especially when you're out there night after night. It's nice to have somebody sing a song to give you a little chance to catch your breath and get a little more ready for the next song himself. Because Greg was a showman, man. He was out there working his tail off and singing and playing and, running the band and writing the songs. And he was just an amazing, energetic leader that I totally worship, man. He was the real deal. And I was so fortunate to be able to be a part of that.
Watching him perform and all that, and watching all you guys perform, it seemed like you definitely were always sweaty after a huge performance.
Absolutely, yeah. You just can't wait. To get on that stage and play, man, for the people, and the response was always so positive. It's how it works. The better the audience and the response, the better the more the band puts it out there, man. It's a circle that keeps feeding itself, and boy. You live those 23 hours on the road just to play that 1 hour on the stage.
Sure.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to do a little round. Well, we haven't done this in a while, but we're going to kind of do round robin style here so that everybody gets a chance to ask a couple questions for you tonight. Well, we're going to start with Antique Man. Antique Man, you have a couple questions there?
Oh, 2 tough questions. Going back when you first started, how did you all meet and come together? And then my side question is, what was one of the things you all disagreed about the most?
Oh boy, that's one I get to think about. First of all, how we got started was my bass player and I, Steve Wright. We were in a band called Passenger, and we were writing songs together. And Steve got word that some kid came into town, and they've got a Berserkly record label. And they actually pay a salary, $125 a week. And when he heard that, he went over there and checked it out and hooked up with Greg. And he kind of got into that thing. And then he said, "Hey, these guys are really the real deal. They got a label. They're paying a salary." And he says, "Do you want to try out for them?" And I said, "Heck yeah." So I went down there and it worked out for me. I was real happy about that. And that's pretty much how it got started. Great. And then we rehearse all the time down in Berkeley in a arena space down there. Every day we were rehearsing, and it was great times. And as far as disagreements, that's easy to answer. With Greg, there was never a disagreement. Greg was the kind of guy that rolled with whatever. He let us all do what we wanted to do. When I played the drums, he never told me how to play them. He was always telling nobody in the band how to play the songs. He'd come in with an idea, and he let all of us add our style and personality to every one of his songs. On the road, he was a pleasure. He was always laughing and having a good time. There was just no disagreements. Right towards the end of things, it started getting a little intense from time to time. As you're on the road for long periods of time, it's like a five-piece marriage where, after a while, certain guys are always bugging you a little bit. But overall, we never had any knockdown, drag out fights or arguments or anything. I mean, we let each other know if there wasn't something we were happy about. And overall, we got along pretty darn good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, sure.
Well, next, we'll let Mama T ask you a question or two.
Okay.
Usually I'm actually used to interviewing musicians. I've got a load of questions I normally ask. One of them is always, what got you into music in the first place? And another question is always my favorite question to ask is, tell me your favorite road story. So you can do both or you can pick one.
Okay. Well, what got me into music was Elvis Presley. That's what. Yeah. Day one, I still remember buying that "Don't Be Cruel" single down the street at the bottom of the hill where I live. And I just thought, I've never seen anything like it. And it was just so out of this world. It was just incredible for me. So I just listened to records and got into that. But then later I had a friend of mine get a drum set, and he let me start playing his drums. And my mom always loved drummers because she cut school to see Gene Krupa. And when she told me that story, I said, "Well, I got to be a drummer now." My mom loves drummers, so that's I got
Mama's
on.
boy, huh?
Yeah, but Elvis, I thought the world, everybody, wanted to be Elvis and wanted to be a musician because that's how things were back then. That's what got me into it. And I loved all sorts of records, but I loved Elvis, Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, Chuck Berry, all kind of stuff. And all that energy was just amazing to me, and I just couldn't get enough of Buddy Holly, everybody in that era. So that got me into it. And then what was the other question, Mama T?
Favorite road story.
Favorite road story. Let's see here. Well, there was. I got to think about that. I would say, we were always in that van in Winnebago and on the plains, and probably my favorite road story. It would probably one of my favorite road stories was meeting Greg's family because there was just we were out there on the road all the time traveling and meeting his family and his sister and his mom and his dad and all his nieces and all his nephews anyway. They came to the show, and that was a really an interesting and fun experience to connect all the dots with where Greg was coming from. Because as nice as Greg was and as friendly as he was, there's a lot of Greg that he never talked about himself that much about his personal life, and meeting his family filled in a lot of the blanks of learning who he was. And being on the road, like one time we were in New York City, and I wanted to get out and get a Billboard magazine. I was totally into Billboard magazine, the charts and all that. So we were in a car with our road manager, and I said, let me run out to that. They got those setups on the street where you get a magazine. And I ran over there to get a magazine and ran right back into the car. And there was a driver next to us in New York. You're downtown. You don't mess around, man. And some guy beeped his horn at me as I was crossing the street. So I kind of kicked his car. And when I kicked his car, he got real pissed off. New York, those guys are short-tempered. So, hey, I didn't want no trouble. I was apologizing to him and everything, but my road manager was telling him to blow it out his ass and starting up a fight over the whole thing. And I just said, hey, man, I'm real sorry. And I didn't mean to do anything to make you mad. And I was afraid it was going to turn into a war there in the middle of the street. So that was something that I always remembered. And it worked out all right.
Well, thank you. Thanks for being on the show and
yeah,
thanks for those great answers.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy to dig back into the old time machine here and
archives.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, there's nothing like going back in time and just thinking about the good old days because you create something together that connect. I mean, it could probably be duplicated because a lot of people have been trying to duplicate. A lot of people try to do everything. But like a question that I have when it comes to musician. Now we know that Greg and your band were known for you guys were known for a few hits on the radio.
Yeah.
You're known for the breakup song. You're known for Jeopardy and Baby Lucky and a couple others.
Mm-hmm.
But there's an archive full of stuff that you guys have done that never has gotten airplay as far as I know anyway. And yet, I've discovered thanks to Spotify and other albums, other ways of finding music and all that. And it's just like, does it ever bother you that people just only care about certain songs and they don't care about the other stuff more than they do about the hits?
Well, actually, back then there was a lot of FM radio that had the freedom to play whatever they wanted to play. And so we did get a lot of support, and we also did a lot of colleges. Colleges have a lot of open lists where So we did a lot of traveling to these towns that had colleges and had these towns that had FM radios that would play our music. And then they would always make sure when we came to town that there were records down at the record store for the people that saw us play the night before and would go down and buy the records. So we did get a lot of exposure with a lot of our music. And then we would play it all every night when we played. And it was quite a lot of songs that people were pretty familiar with. So I didn't think that there was any problem with that. I think a lot of people were out there buying the albums and were listening to the whole album because they certainly knew a lot of the other songs.
But I'm saying now though, like with Top 40 Radio, was playing the same hits all the time and not really going deeper into the archives.
Oh, sure.
You know?
Sure. That's very frustrating for everybody. And now it's like people don't even want albums. All they want is singles. And that's where things have gone. And so now you got to write a hit song or nobody's going to listen to it. But we found one way of getting our songs out there now, and that's on independent stations. They're still out there. And so there's a network of people that have, indie radio that's out there, and they just put it out. And our songs do get played. And just like with Greg, that's where things have gone. It's totally different now and changed so much from the way it used to be. But back in the old days, you had to go on the road. You had to go to those towns, get people excited about you. Greg would go and do interviews every town we went into. And then people would show up, and then hopefully they'd go out and buy our albums. And then we toured constantly all the time. You'd go out for about 4 or 5, 6 weeks and then come home for a couple of weeks, go back out. And it was just constantly. And then when you're back home, you do another album and then go back out there and work it again. And you just build the audience as you went.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The next one, I'll let Scream and Sam you go next here with some
Well, I really don't have any questions because everyone always takes my questions off me. But I just want to thank you for coming on the show, man. I mean, it's an honor to meet you, and I think you're a great guy.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Screaming.
Yep.
Well, then we'll let Mad Dog go next. Then.
Yeah.
Your mute's on, sir.
Your mute's on.
Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Come on.
Sorry. Thank you for
There you
letting
go.
me go last because I have a lot of knowledge about music since I'm a wrestler who got hit in the head 50 times with chairs. But anyway, I was going to ask you about how you got started in the drums, but you said that yourself, how you got started because your mom loved all that. But other bands that you played in, and you say you have a new band now. How's your new band and what the members in it played for the other bands, or what bands did they play in?
Okay, have you heard of Earthquake? That was on the Berserkly record label.
I did hear of Earthquake.
Okay, there's one guy left in that band, Robbie Dunbar, and he's my guitar player.
I've heard of Robbie Dunbar.
Yeah, Robbie's with Faves, and the two of us, the two survivors of those two bands on Berserkly, have gotten together and been writing songs together, and that's what we're doing now currently.
Okay, cool.
So there's Robbie, and then what was the other part of that question then?
Your new band. I was just asking the other members and what other bands have they been in, or what other bands have you played in since your band has been, you quit your other band.
I would say Robbie's the most notable one, and the other guy, the bass player is Jonathan Basil. He's been in some other groups, but I don't think any that you would know.
I got you. Yeah.
And the keyboard player is Michael Gill. And they're home guys that are in the studio with us and helping us out. But we're just trying to break through with some kind of a single that gets a little bit of attention and takes us into the obscure, into a little bit more of the mainstream.
That's cool. Very cool.
Now, when
good luck with it, anyways.
Oh, well, thank you, Mad Dog.
Okay, man.
When Robert did his tribute to Greg just recently, were you part of that at all, or what?
Robert and I, Greg's wife Jay, she had. We've gotten together 3 times having meals together, and I would see Robert and Chris at those meals. and we would talk about all these things. And those guys wanted to get me down there with them and Rye and play live, but this was more of a tribute of Robert and Chris's formulation. And so they told me about it, but they didn't necessarily invite me to be a part of it. So I just, I wished them, all the, best for it, and figured maybe they want to get together and do a set with Rye on guitar, me on drums, and then Robert on bass, and then, that sort of thing. But so far, I haven't heard anything along those lines. That was sort of my thought, that maybe down the road they wanted to get together and do something like that. And I played with Robert one time. I played a show with Greg and Robert, and it was near Sacramento. Just not too long before Greg stopped playing, and I was going to start coming back into the fold and play with him again. And then Greg started not feeling well and not able to. Nobody was talking about it, but they were keeping it kind of hush hush. But it was understood that he was having a health issue. And so just when I was ready to jump back into it and play with Greg again, we were both looking forward to that. His health issue took off, and then it kind of put everything on hold.
Sure. I have one last question, and then I'll let DJ Ken ask the final question. But when Greg did his radio show, did you ever make an appearance at all on the show?
No, he never called me up. Never wanted. Never asked me to do that. I would have done it in a heartbig too. I'm surprised he didn't, actually, now that you mentioned it. But we were always on good terms. But Greg's real easy, and when he moves into a different transitional thing that he did, jumping from there into the radio thing, he was perfect too, man. It was a good decision, because he's so good on the radio. He's the gift of gab, and he's so witty, and he's so easy to talk to. He's always had that wonderful charm about him. If he'd have called me, I would have been down there in a heartbeat. And I'm surprised, now that you mention it, that he didn't, because, it could have been fun. But, he had so many other people and other things going on that, whatever Greg did, he had a good reason for it. And I never took it personal or anything. We did so many good times together.
Did you ever think that he would ever do radio, ever?
No, myself going on the radio and being a personality, you mean?
Yeah.
No, not after I heard how good Greg was. I couldn't imagine measuring up. And of course, you don't want to measure up to anybody anyway. You got to be who you are, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I think I've been more focused on writing. I've always been told that I had a great voice, so I've really been focusing on that, trying to see if I can't break through with that. And that's what these latest songs are all about, seeing if I can't make a dent and break through in that regard with my voice, and, of course, my drumming and songwriting with Robbie Dunbar. And we're close. Faves have gotten a lot of airplay out there, and we did a version of, speaking of Screaming, Sam, you'll like this. We did a version of I Put a Spell on You by Screamin' Jay Hawkins. And that's on the YouTube as well.
Wow.
Yeah, and I do that, and Dirt Ain't Cheap. I do some real rock and roll on those things, and then a couple of the other songs, we do a little more of a melodic rock type tunes. So it's got a good. I'm really versatile that way. I can scream and yell, and then I can sing too.
Well, Ken, I'm going to let you ask the last couple questions here.
All right, cool. Just an aside, the name of your band reminded me, back when I was doing a lot of oldies gigs, I used the tagline, Faves of the Airwaves.
All right. I'll tell you.
That's the title of your next album.
Yeah. Faves of the Airwaves. That's very cool. And we used to be, years ago, we were a wedding band, all things. And we got pretty popular being a wedding band. And we were Larry Lynch and the Mob. And for years, that was a good name. And then all of a sudden, you know, the politically correct people stepped in.
And that lynch mobs are not cool.
Some people said Larry Lynch and the mob was offensive. And I said, hey, you know, it's a mob of people showing up. It's not anything more than that and having fun. But some people,
when you guys used to tour,
it got weird. And so, yeah, we decided let's change into faves. You can't find anything wrong with that one.
Right on. So when you guys were touring,
yeah,
was there any one city that you always wanted to go back to, or any one city that you never wanted to go back to?
Chicago, I love Chicago. I don't know what it was, but I love going to Chicago. That one really stands out to me. You know, Seattle was great because we opened for the Rolling Stones. So I always loved the Kingdom up there, which is gone now. I love playing everywhere. I couldn't wait to play in Texas, clubs in Texas, and you know, in the Midwest, in Oklahoma and Tulsa. Cincinnati was a great Bogarts in Cincinnati was incredible. We always went back there and looked forward to it. That club in Texas, I don't know if it's still there. It was called Club Foot, which I thought was hilarious. And geez, you know, there wasn't a town I didn't like. I just couldn't wait to play, and I couldn't wait to feel the energy of the audience, and I just love backing up Greg. You know, I knew he was going to always show up and give it all that he had, which he always did. And when you're playing for a leader like that, it just brings out the best in you. And he never let us down. He was always writing more songs, always there, you know, doing all the work and never complaining. He was just such and now that I'm on my own trying to do it myself, I can appreciate everything he did even more. So, you know, I love playing. I live to play, and that's where I was coming from. So I couldn't wait. It didn't matter where we were at. Our hometown was fun. Man, our hometown, when we came back home, being out on the road, we were so tight. And then crowds would come out. We would always sell out at home. And people would just tell us how much better we got every time we did that. And we just couldn't wait to come home and play the new stuff, the new crowd, and they just went nuts. So we had real good success everywhere we played, but Chicago stood out for me. That Park West was always a great place, and just everywhere though. I just, you know, I loved it all.
Well, we love having you on the show there, Larry, and honestly, this has been a really fun time. Don't you think, gang? Everybody love Larry?
Larry was awesome, man.
Larry. Yeah, I'm honored and flattered that you thought of me, and really felt special that you singled me out to be on your show. I was really looking forward to this.
Well, I'm glad. You know, I like when people say that, you know, because it really means something. So I think I think we're going to end it here, and just again, thank you for your time. And
Larry, you're cool, brother.
Hey, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
I got a couple of songs that I wrote through AI software that I'm going to play at the end of the show here in tribute to Greg. So if you want to listen to those songs, you can find them at the end of the show here.
Okay.
There's something that I made, you know, nothing crazy or whatever, nothing ripping off anybody. It just, I like AI, and I think it's fun that you can create stuff with it. So I gave it a shot.
Intrigued.
So we're gonna end it with that, and I think that's will be good. Next week we got Alan Neff coming back, and the return of Misty Blues, Gina Coleman. So that'll be fun. And then in 2 weeks we have Bruce Millan. So keep it locked here, Renegade Radio. That's it, guys. We'll see you next week.
You know what I say, brothers?
Thanks so much, everybody. Really.
She left me standing in the rain again. It's a pain to face the truth, can't pretend. You go, this is the story of the breakup song. You go, how did it all just go so wrong? summer sun. But now those days of love are gone. You go, this is the story of the breakup song. You go, how did it all just go so wrong? Looking back, I see the signs we missed, all the times we should have kissed. Now it's just a faded memory of what we thought our love could be. You go, this is the story of the breakup song. You go, how did it all just go so wrong? The nights are colder without your embrace. Every corner of this town I see your face. You go, this is the story of the breakup song. You go, how did it all just go so wrong? I find your letters in an old shoebox. Reading them over, my heart unlocks. You go, this is the story of the breakup song. You go, how did it all just go so wrong? I drive past our favorite coffee place. Recollection of your smile, a bitter taste. You go, this is the story of the breakup song. You go, how did it all just go so wrong? Out on the highway, as he roams, yeah, legendary man, happy as he can, got lucky, oh, breaking up the show, run! He's got a purpose, no fear in his stride, chaos in his wake, taking it in style, tearing through the city, making headlines, Jeopardy disrupted, a legend on the rise, with a roar in his heart, hey, hey, he's the man of the hour, watch him play, out on the streets he's making waves. a chuckle and a chase. He'll outpace the light. No boundaries hold him. No end in sight with a roar in his heart. Hey, hey, he's the man of the hour. Watch him play. Yeah, legendary man, happy as he can. Got lucky, oh, breaking up the show. Run, legendary man.
You want to go out for a cocktail?
Well, what do I get first? The tail or the cock? What is it?